What's up, guys? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing good. Today, we're going to be continuing on with the fresh character speedruns, where we're doing a game with a brand new character on a random seed. I don't have quite as much time to stream today because I streamed really late, doing almost like a 10-hour stream. And then I had to make 2 videos, and then my dad's coming tomorrow, so I need to make sure I'm actually up at a decent time to see my dad. So I'll going to be starting these runs, but like we might not have time to actually finish a run. Like if we get a really good time, then we can finish a run. So really, we just need to jump into the speed runs really quickly and just really hope for the best, you know. I will say, just whilst the world is loading up, that first of all, I did just post 2 members only videos. They're both behind the scenes videos. One of you is showing you how I did some of the effects for the Valheim vegan challenge, and the other one is explaining a little bit about how to learn to speedrun just any game in general, while showing you me practicing speedrunning one of the Resident Evil games. If you are a member and you want to get access to those videos, we now have 3 member exclusive videos. I'm going to be releasing them once a month. There is a link in the description to a playlist that contains the videos just for YouTube members. So if you're a member and you haven't seen those videos yet, just click the link in the description to get access to them. Okay, so we can skip the intro, but we're not going to. We want to use the Valkyrie a little bit to explore a little bit of the map. Oh, I actually don't even have a timer up at the minute. What's up, Bevo? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing good. It's going good today, thank you. Hope you're good as well. Bring my notes up as well for this run, so I remember a couple of important recipes. Doing speedrunning generally find it's best to if you can keep it all in your head, because if you make yourself remember, you're more likely to remember than if you rely on something. But until you get to that point, there's no point in doing a bad job just because you don't have notes, you know. Nice. I'm glad you're chilling. Sounds good. Alright, we'll pause that music. Oh, that's a close eat there. That's good. What's up, Dana? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing good, dude. Today we're going to be continuing on with the fresh character at speedruns. It's probably going to be a little bit more of just a practice stream today, because I don't have as much time today, because I can't stream super late tonight. I have to be up to meet my dad tomorrow. But I'll stream for as long as I can. If we get an absolute god seed, the best run ever, we can still do a full run. What's up, Clokey? Thanks for stopping by the stream. Hope you're doing good, dude. Pretty good spawn by the looks of things. In general. What's up, Zayla? Thanks for stopping by the stream. Hope you're doing good, dude. Alright. Want to get this hammer. Want to get this club. We need to get some stone as well. Kind of ASAP, to be honest. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, Fluffy. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing good, dude. Just waiting on flax and barley to grow. Nice. Nice. I appreciate that, Clokey. Appreciate the dedication and the lurks. Lurkers are always appreciated, of course. Oh, we just missed. It's actually a little bit annoying being in a totally open area. Like, when you're coming across deer in the forest, it's actually kind of better. Because they're just likely to run back straight at you. But we are heading towards peak deer, so just like that. Yeah. Should be, oh yeah, still 1 star. He's still oh no. Alright. Hope we got a trophy. Which I think we did, right? No, we didn't. I'm gonna go find that boar that we saw before. Nice, Daleth. Alright, deer. That's good. Okay. No trophy. Yeah, so like I said, I might not have... I had to start a lot later today. And I have to be up early tomorrow. So I might not have time to finish a full run tonight, but do the best we can. Oops, that's fucking dog shit. Lucky. Gucci. Happy New Year, Zaleth. Thanks for the look. I appreciate that. Okay. No trophies again. Getting a little bit unlucky. I have played Dead by Daylight a little tiny bit. But I don't even, it's probably less than an hour. I did think it was pretty cool though. There's a lot of games that sort of have come out since I've actually been trying to pursue streaming and stuff. Obviously a lot, because I've been doing this for years now. That like, the only reason I don't play them more is just because I didn't feel like, you know, making it a big part of my content. Yeah, I'll play that game. I appreciate that, Clokey. It's the current best food in game. Well, I don't really feel like there is one best food anymore. I'd like the closest thing what I would probably say to like an objectively best food would probably be something like serpent stew and some kind of combination of like ice cream, bread, and I don't know, something like that. Basically, like some kind of combination of one of the best health items and one of the best, and two of the best stamina items, rather. It's probably the closest thing to like an objective best food, but obviously you can go all max health and all max stamina for different results, but depends what you're trying to do, kinda. But I think that like a good combination of like effectiveness and safety. It's like basically the two of the best stamina foods of like one of the best health foods. So I can't quite remember what the best. Usually for that sort of setup, I definitely use serpent stew for my health. I can't remember what I use for stamina. Ice cream, bread, and what's the other one? Can't actually remember. Here, dear. Here we go. Right, nice, good. Blood pudding, I think, right? Is the other really good stamina food that I couldn't think of. That's it, I think, right? There's probably something like serpent stew bread and blood pudding, or serpent stew ice cream and blood pudding, I think. Something like that. But honestly, you know, if one of those food things is like the second best option, it's not really going to make that much of a difference in it, in any scenario, really. All right, we're making a flint axe. I see I forgot to make torches. What? Okay. I'm dead, I think. Nope, we're good. Oh no, I couldn't even see that he moved at all. Alright, we're really close anyway, and he's nearly dead, so that's fine. I couldn't see because of all the trees. Couldn't even see that it was time to, like, dodge. After what happened on the last good run we had, where, like, multiple times it felt like we just had leather disappear, I'm taking every piece of leather. I'm keeping it. Just in case. Yeah, you don't really need better food than that Zalith. That is pretty much... It's possible that ice cream might be better than bread, but I don't think so. I think that is probably the best. But obviously, you could go for more stamina, you could go for more health. It's kind of up to you. It's actually a good thing about the current state of the food is that it's a little bit more down to personal preference, or rather like what it is exactly you're trying to accomplish, because really it doesn't really, it's much more interesting for the game for there to be better, different food for different scenarios. Than it is to just use the same food all the time. Fighting a ball with 2 HP. Only on a speedrun, eh? Because the thing is, if you just know you're going to be running for a long time, and you're probably not really getting into many difficult fights, especially when you're fully geared, where you're so resistant to damage anyway, it makes sense that you would just... Oh, I can't see anything again. It makes sense that you would just go for max HP. You know what I mean? Alright. It's not too bad. There's definitely a perfectly fine start for a really good run. Don't get me wrong, not like a super good start, but it is not like you do not need a really fast early game to get a really good run. So much RNG involved in the late game. Honestly, it really feels like the vast majority of the RNG is just the late game, to be honest. Because how rare it can end up being to find your glove, and how long it can end up taking, it doesn't even compare to finding any of the other bosses or anything else in the run in terms of a single segment taking so much time. You know what I mean? The other day we were definitely on pace for like a sub 8 or something, but then it just took like hours to find the last boss. And even though we died right near the last boss, you know, it would have been basically over a 10-hour run, which would still have been good, but my point is like we're on pace for like so much better. We're definitely not going over the ocean at this point, unless, I don't know, we're just not. It'd be a waste of time. There is a runestone to find your glove, but it's you know, honestly it feels like it's like 100 times rarer than any other runestone in the game. I mean, in reality it's probably not. It's probably like 5-6 times rarer, but in terms of on any run, or playing on any run, or any seed rather, on any run on any seed is what I'm trying to say. It's like you can almost always find all the other bosses in a relatively reasonable amount of time, unless you get super unlucky. I'm not talking about 100% of the time. I'm not talking about anomalies. I'm saying that like most of the time, if we don't die or anything, or nothing majorly goes wrong, you'll be able to find the bosses as long as you survive and stuff. Except for the last boss. Like, it really can take 10 hours to find him. You know what I mean? And there are just no other bosses really like that. So it's really what the most RNG is. Fuck. Alright. Let's go. Yeah, so I won't be able to do any content tomorrow, guys, because I have to go meet my dad. I'm going to go for a meal and stuff, because he actually couldn't make it over the holidays. Because he was sick. But the day after tomorrow, I'll be back to doing content. Here it grows. Grass just hides items in the grass. First of all, on a speedrun, the better your FPS can be, the faster the real time you're gonna get. And obviously, you don't want like to not get a world record due to bad game performance. So I want the best FPS possible. The only setting I actually even have turned up or turned on is I have the render distance on high, so I can actually see stuff. But the main reason really to have specifically vegetation turned all the way down is that things just get lost in the grass. It makes it much easier to spot important items. Like, I know people that just play casually feel like it doesn't make that much of a difference. But if you're doing speedruns and stuff, like, you don't really want anything that's going to make any difference, even if it's just small, whether it's FPS or visibility. Like, for example, like just running around, you see how we just so easily see these little stones. Like, we need, like, there's so many aspects of the speedrun where we're just randomly gonna need to quickly grab stone. You can waste a lot of time not being able to see those rocks. That's one example. All right. Take this. We don't necessarily need that, but I'll take it for now. Happy New Year, Dan. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Hope you're doing good, dude. Oh, I keep forgetting something. Let's make the antler pick. Quicker to use a existing shelter, obviously, if we can. So I can hear crows, which is going to be this structure over there, which is actually... I don't think that's going to be a useful structure. Crows... Listening for crows is actually really helpful in this part of any Valheim speedrun. Because crows only spawn basically on like towers and burial chambers and stuff like that. All of which are things, you know, we need to potentially keep an eye out. So also that skeleton sound as well that we just heard, that is another aspect of the sound. Basically, like, sound is particularly important in the Black Forest for the run. One of the reasons why I don't play with music on, because there is audio cues like that. So like that skeleton sound, if I didn't know I was next to a skeleton tower, you would run towards that, expecting it to be a burial chamber. But because I know that structure we saw spawned skeletons, I didn't check it. So that tower over there, not only can it potentially have the Elder rune on it, but it also has a barrel in front of it that might have some helpful loot if we get lucky. We're gonna spot a fire down. That is actually pretty useful. We took the fine wood because we might end up making portals. If you talk to the crow every single time it pops up, it's just a waste of time for the speed run. That's really unlucky. We got a troll cave with no chests in it. Well, kind of looks like this Black Forest is over, right? That's not great. We're just looking for 6 copper to be able to make a forge later. That's a pretty good drop rate, actually. Very good drop rate. That was good. Yeah, we do kind of know there's an island, or at least a piece of land in that general direction. Just on our Valkyrie. We can click on the crow if he is like actually completely in our path if we want to. It's just we're not going to go out of our way to do it. I mean, I'm going to drop this. It's just going to be too heavy to wind up being worth it. Alright, cool. Okay, he's still stuck up there. I'm not looting that. Can destroy the hives of the honey if we want, but doesn't matter that much. Honey is such a long duration that you'd have to find so much for it to be worth it. So there is a lot of water on this starting part, which actually could mean that we end up with a really fragmented first island, which could make it pretty annoying to explore. Hopefully that's not really the case. Alright, we got more black forest, that's good. Really, the more resin, the merrier. I'm more doing that for resin than for wood. Saplings can be such a nice quick source of resin. Just spam chopping them down. Yeah, you see, very kind of like fragmented kind of island. Not great. Do you see more black forest over there? Alright, nothing that good. Oh, nice. Like I said, I'm going for every piece of leather we see now. It's just so common to lose your leather when you destroy your boat. It just falls through the graphics or becomes hard to get. I'd rather actually just not have to go back for it if that happens by just having excess leather. This isn't excess leather though. We need about 17 anyway. So this is actually going really well now, this run. We have a lot of the mats that we need pretty early, which is very good. Alright, gonna go for this burial chamber. Okay, dude. We'll just leave them to fight it out. Will actually be a nice distraction for those skellies. Alright. Shut him out. This is a really good room. Oh. Alright, that's good. Yeah, we might die here, but it's going to be worth it. That's actually really good. We basically, well, oh god, it's I wonder if we can actually bait these guys out here. Oh, we probably could have got around him then. No! Didn't have the stamina to move. To jump. I wanted to search this chest, but I think I'm going to give up on the chest. Oh, nice. They've got a bore stone down there. So those little, like, stones with the bits of story and stuff on it. The one about boar. Are you kidding me? There we go. The one about boar, basically kind of always spawns more around it. Alright, we just leave now. We needed at least 5 cores. And we got him. Now we go back to find the Elder. We do want all the resin. If we collect grey dwarf eyes as we go, we don't go out the way for those. We do go out the way for resin. Same for extra cores, really. Honestly, it's probably just... Well, it's hard to say. With the wind, it's probably best to go as close as we can on foot to this Elder spawn. So I'm actually going to basically go back the way we came. Yeah, this is actually going pretty decently now. Happy New Year, Bolly. Thanks so much by the stream, dude. Hope you're doing well. Oh, thanks, dude. Likewise. Same to you, buddy. Thanks, Carmelo. Thanks for stopping by the stream, dude. I hope you're doing good. Happy New Year. Yeah, the reason I put Speedrun Practice in the title on YouTube today is simply because we might not have enough time to finish the run. Alright, let's sail over this way. If you can call it sailing with this contraption. Kind of testing a theory of pushing this along. Thanks a lot for stopping by the stream and watching today, you guys. I really appreciate that. I almost banned Carmelo then instead of that bot. That would have been rude. But yeah, on a serious note, guys, I know I sound a little bit tired and stuff today, a little bit worn out. That's just because I am. I've just had a lot of late nights working on stuff for you guys lately. But I'm all good. On a serious note, though, I do want to say thank you so much for making 2021 basically the best year of my life. Like, seriously. I've not gone outside that much, you know, but we don't talk about the annoying things about the world on this channel. It's about fun and relaxing. But despite the circumstances of this last year, I took it as kind of like, let's say, a sign from Odin himself to just say, I'm all in. All right, this year I went all in. I've always been all in, but I was like, I can still give more. I can still work harder. I can still try harder. And I just worked as hard as I could with my content, and you know, it's obviously been the best year for me, content creation wise, and frankly, it's one of the only things I really even care about is my content creation. You know, it is like my sole focus in life. So 2021 was like my like the best year of my life so far, and that is entirely because of the support that you guys have given me, and it's amazing. I really appreciate it, and this year is gonna be even better. My New Year's resolution is simple. I'm gonna work harder, you know, even harder, bring you guys even more content, become even better at what I'm doing, just the same as every year. So it's gonna be hype. It's gonna be awesome. Like every day, you guys, like the people that are regulars and they watch all the videos and all the streams, you know, or at least most of them. You don't have to watch everything, but like the people that are regulars in this community have been keep coming back. Some people have been coming back for years. The people that continue to show up to watch things, that show up in their comments, that donate money, that become patrons, that become members, that do super chats, that join the Discord, that people that just actually show up and just watch, even if they don't contribute financially. If you guys keep continuing to do it and we keep growing, I will accomplish my dream of simply being able to get by. I don't need nice things. All I care about is getting by, earning a modest living, but being able to pay the bills from doing something I absolutely love, you know? We're getting closer and closer to that every single day, so I really appreciate it, guys. At least the wind's blowing in the right direction now. I mean, we need to find the ancient seeds. Other than that, we're just going to make a lot of torches and just keep setting him on fire. You can kill him pretty quickly by doing that. Faster than any kind of preparation that we can do, so. We basically just used the, you know, the new thing that like the fire damage just like stacks. So we just spam torches at him to stack up the fire damage and place the occasional campfire. As long as we have a spawn nearby, we don't necessarily have to do it and not die. But as long as we have a respawn nearby, like a bed, just a bed down, we'll be all good. Thank you, Bever. I appreciate that. Man, this is much further away than it looks, isn't it? We will need to find the ancient seeds, though. I'm actually going to go for arrested because there's not really... So a lot of the time, right, when it comes to like resteds and stuff like that, if you're going around, it's so likely there's a mob that will prevent you getting rested. And there's almost something that you actually will need to do like constantly a lot of the time during the run. Where you have to kind of stop and start anyway. So resteds don't make that much of a difference a lot of the time. But like right now, we pretty much just want to run in a straight line, right? So there isn't much we really need out of the meadows anymore. I appreciate that so much, Grewins. Thank you. Thanks for saying that. Appreciate that, mate. I'm glad you like the content. I'm always trying to try my best, and I'm always trying to raise the bar of what my best even is. You know what I mean? Just get better. Trying to improve so my best is even better, you know? So I appreciate that a lot. Every single time... Anytime anyone says anything positive in their comments on any videos, I always reply and I always thank them. And it's because I mean it, you know? I do genuinely. I know like lots of content creators, you know, someone says something and you just say, oh, thanks, you know what I mean? Or maybe they don't, but I know it's something that might hear people say all the time, but I genuinely mean it. I'm genuinely thankful anytime I hear anybody say they like or appreciate or enjoyed anything I do. Every single person that says that, I definitely appreciate it. So, thanks for that. I feel like I sound less enthusiastic today because I'm tired, but I'm just tired. I was up late with work on videos. But once my dad visits tomorrow, the holiday stuff is officially over, so I'll be able to get back. The less disruption in the content schedule. Even though we've still been doing content pretty much every single day. Still. I appreciate that, Grievance. Appreciate that, mate. I appreciate that as well, Carmelo. Thanks, bud. You know, like the reason why I just try to say what's on my mind with you guys and try to just be myself and be genuine, if you know what I mean, is because kind of what Carmelo said. Like, I feel like when I watch people, I can tell if they mean what they say. You know what I mean? That's kind of a weird sentence, what I just said. But you get what I'm saying, though, right? Like, I feel like when I watch, I can tell whether people mean what they say or not. So that's why I always try to mean what I say and say what I mean, because I feel like I can tell. But I also feel like there has to be people out there that can't tell, because I do feel like sometimes you see some content creators where they seem like they're full of shit, or it's just an act or whatever it is. And I think there's perhaps even a whole generation that think that you're supposed to put on an act even, which I don't know. Maybe that's even true, but I try to just be myself and say what I mean what I say, just because I feel like if I feel like I can tell, and that just would, so it would bother me to be any different to that, you know? Right. Okay, so we got ancient seed. That's good. Hopefully it doesn't take forever to find ancient seeds. It is the one aspect that we are not prepared with right now. Put this down to discourage the... Oh, okay, right. They're gonna fight, aren't they, a little bit? You gotta be careful here, because we don't have a spawn down or anything. I just wanted to make sure that we repaired our axe so that we can grab another ancient seed if we see one. Shall we just quickly dip in and see if there's a easy core or two? Not worth the risk, that, I don't think. Happy New Year, Kooky. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Hope you're doing good. Thanks, Depression. I appreciate that, mate. Appreciate that a lot. Happy New Year to you as well. We might be taking a trip. I'm gonna loot this chest real quick. Ow. What? I just said ow because my mouse hit my keyboard. That's when you know they've been gaming a lot. The mouse and keyboard is an extension of your body. Oh, another ancient seed. Good, good. Yeah, it's just on me, really. I was just really tired because obviously we're almost 10 hours into the run and it was 3 a.m. So I kind of just, when I get tired, like I just start talking to chat so much more and focusing so much less. It's kind of on me. I should have read chat less and just focused on the screen. I should do that at all times when I'm in the lanes, really, on these speedruns. It's all good. Not too concerned about it. I know we can get a sub 10 hour, and that wasn't going to be it, so. Oh, definitely. If I organize to basically do this for like a week straight at some point, I'm sure we'll get that sub 10 hour. Nice Office reference. Is there any mechanical benefit to keep Hugin spawning in? Well, I mean, if you waste your time talking to Hugin, it's slower. Unless he's just right in front of you like that and you can just do it convenient. There's no mechanical disadvantage to not talking to him. Unless it's in your way, which you just talk to him then. Okay. Need one more inch in the seed. Thanks for stopping by the stream though, Murdinator. Hope you're doing good. Any advice for a solo player struggling in the early mountain? Yeah, just make as many meads as you possibly can. Make tons of tasty mead, tons of stamina mead, tons of health mead, tons of frost resistance mead. Oh, we actually have a bit of a swamp over there, which is interesting. Yeah, that's the best way, like, to deal with the early mountain. I wouldn't bother with the mountain too much if you're especially if you're a newer solo player, unless you have the frost resistance meads. Once you have that, yeah, if you're still struggling, just make as many meads as possible. Tasty mead is one of the least utilized and most powerful things by just casual players of the game. As long as you're not sprinting, tasty mead will rapidly restore your stamina for 10 seconds. Which, if you just use your stamina restoration, because managing your stamina is one of the biggest challenges of the mountain. So, if you basically just use your stamina potion to restore your stamina once you're out of it, and then, once you're out of it again, if your stamina potion is on cooldown, just stand still, use a tasty mead. You'll rapidly get your stamina back. And that will make things easier in the mountain. Yeah, exactly, yeah. You're welcome. Doing real well, love this game, love what you're able to do in the game, love your streaming mentality. Thanks so much, Murdinator. I really appreciate that, dude. I love having you guys in the chat. Appreciate that. Thanks, bud. I really appreciate the look. All right, we gotta find. I was just checking that we definitely got our leather. We gotta find another. Ancient seed. It's honestly not too likely that we get what we actually want in this swamp, but I want to mark it just in case. Alright, I see another ancient seed. We're Gucci chat. Some pretty good RNG getting regular Grey Dwarf there. Now we have enough eyes that if we do find a shipwreck or something to instantly get a lot of fine wood. That we can place one pole down instantly, basically. Sometimes building at an angle like this on a rock is not a good idea. I guess I'm going to do this, yeah. Alright, now we just make torches on torches. We basically equip them all. Rest a little bit. I actually don't know, Kooky. To be honest. This is really good so far, chat. Really, really good. This is so fast. If you can keep him lit, then that is actually going to be amazing, honestly. Nah, we didn't, but it doesn't matter. This is such a good elder fight. This is such a good elder fight. Doesn't matter that we died even. That was almost perfect. The odds of getting a more perfect like attempt than that on a RSG run actually probably pretty low. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come this way, please. Alright, just don't move left or right and we should be okay. Oh, I didn't quite have the stamina. This is still an awesome attempt. Oh, that's actually true, Fluffy, yeah. Yeah, it's still good. We actually could have done this. I didn't need to dodge so much when I had that corpse run active. That's one thing I'll say about that live. It's probably worth tanking those hits. I think it's gonna work out faster to tank those. Okay. Oh my god, I was just inside his range. I thought I was just outside, but I was just inside. It isn't like kind of nutty his range. Alright, we got you. That's good, that's good. I think we're actually, aren't we almost on pace to what we were on our really good attempt now? Relatively close to it. Not. Could investigate this swamp that we saw. Awesome. Any advice for finding sea serpents? Yeah. First of all, I would get a long ship and then just sail around as much as possible. If you can't have a long ship, a carve will be okay, but a long ship's better. Just keep sailing the ocean. You're more likely to find them if it's nighttime and if it's in a storm. If you can't have it, ideally you want it to be both, but if it's just one, that's also okay. And make sure that you're actually in the ocean biome, like, so it actually says ocean in the top right. Sometimes you can be in the water, but you're not in an ocean biome. And then every single time you do actually encounter a serpent, if you find any serpent at all, and then you're just trying to find more, make sure you mark the location of the serpent, because they do respawn within a certain radius of their locations. The serpents actually do have a fixed spawn location within a certain radius. So if you're finding serpents, just make sure you mark them. And eventually, if you just, as you're playing the game normally, mark every single place that you found a serpent, then when you want to farm serpents, make sure you just travel to all of the serpent markers that you've placed on your map. And, you know, it's not like 100% spawn rate or anything, but if you just keep sailing between all of your serpent markers, you end up with multiple serpent markers. You will definitely find serpents again eventually, 100%. Just a matter of time. Oh, so it's actually faster. That's really good. Nice. If you also, if you're really struggling finding serpents, you know, they have a similar spawn condition to leviathans, it seems. A lot of people claim to find serpents near leviathans. I personally don't think that they actually do spawn near leviathans necessarily. I just think they have a similar spawn condition, and that's why it happens. So, but you can always use leviathans as a marker for a potential. If you have literally no serpent markers yet, I'll just also make sure you mark leviathans, because you could also check those locations too. You're welcome. I guess we just keep going along this coastline. Ooh, maybe not. It actually wraps around all the way over there. I'm going to loot this tower, I think. I think I keep missing that. I'm so low on wood, actually. We need to make sure we stay on top of checking chests so that we don't waste too much time when we have to do modder, because we want feathers out of chests. I do pick up branches. I just don't pick up every branch. But the one of the reasons that I cut down like firs and saplings is because they also can drop resin, and we want resin. We want resin because we want to make as many fire arrows as we can to kill Modder with. And it's actually kind of insane how all the kind of like small trees and saplings, the drop rate of resin is actually really, really good. Really, really good. Like you can very quickly get a lot. That's why I kind of usually just randomly just do it a little bit and a little bit. So you just don't, it's not really something you have to do all the time because the spawn rate is so high, you know. I'm considering just sailing over there for some reason. It might not be a rational thing to do, to be honest. But I'm thinking that this is just going to loop round to exactly where we were before. So. We can do... what was I going to say? We can do Modder before we do bone mass, but I would rather do bone mass afterwards. I'm actually cutting down this because I want a little bit of core wood. Yeah, it's an alright looking mountain. I'd personally rather not deal with mountains until we get cloudberries though. Cloudberries are really, like, it's like free high stamina. Unless the mountain looks like an absolute guarantee. Like if the mountain looks absolutely amazing, I'll check it. But focus on finding a swamp until I get cloudberries, and then I will probably be more tempted to just check a random mountain then. Like, dealing with the mountains can just be so brutal. You can spend hours just failing on them. So, right now, I'd rather have the best chance I can before dealing with the mountains. Okay. That's funny. If I do spot a good structure from the ground, I will be up for checking that mountain no matter what. Let's get some safety leather going. Oggy.
HNY.
Happy New Year. Thanks so much, Thread. Thanks for the $10 donation. I really appreciate that. Thanks a lot, buddy. Thanks for supporting the content. Keeping the dream alive. Thanks so much, bud. You absolute legend. Really appreciate that. All right, Floppy, thanks for watching, dude. Have a good one. Happy New Year, mate. Have a good day tomorrow. Yeah, I can't stream super late tonight either, guys. My dad is coming to visit tomorrow. I've been watching a bunch lately. Tried to put my money where my eyeballs are. Nice, I appreciate that. That's a really positive way of thinking. I appreciate that a lot. I might try and check this mountain just a little. It's not very high, is it? Oh, chest. No, I couldn't jump because I was in the air. Oh. Alright, I don't have to show off and do it mid-air. I can just loot it like a human. Let's have a quick check. Whilst we've got this peak gear active. Nah, it doesn't even look that good. It's not very high. Thanks, great. I appreciate that, dude. Yeah, it is actually looking pretty good. How did you tank the Elder? I didn't really tank him. I just stood in front of him and kept hitting him with a torch over and over and just rolled to dodge his slam attack. Mostly just dodges and just hitting him with the torch. And I had a bed down nearby so I could respawn if I did mess up and I got hit by the slam attack. And then I did that. I just tanked him a little bit with a corpse run and then went back to dodging and hitting him with a torch. Right, we shouldn't bother with any more leather now. We have more than we need, but I wanted to have more than we need because sometimes leather just disappears through the map, which is annoying. Yeah. I'm pretty much used to it, but it does I'm still always nervous about it when I'm in the plains. What's up, Inspire? Thanks for stopping by the stream. I hope you're doing good, dude. Thanks again so much, Thread, for that dono. Really appreciate that. Really helps keep the content alive, bud. I don't know. I don't know about that. We are going to need flint, but I'm not carrying 10 flint with me everywhere. Kind of want to get that later. All right, we've got a plains here. Okay, that changes things a little bit. It's going to be worth... Have I got a favorite weapon in general? Probably the silver sword. Alright, I'm going to make my bow now. So that we can defend ourselves against mosquitoes a little bit better. We do want to save as many arrows as possible for modder, but we do have decent amount of arrow mats. And it's just certain things are worth doing to just live. I think I might actually put a bed down as well. I know what you mean, Sefa. Like, especially, yeah, first playthrough of the game or something. Swamp is definitely no joke. And recoup a little bit of the loss of wood. Yeah. Oi! Oh my god, I'm just missing. Alright. Let's stay alert in these plains. Could be so many arrow mats in that village, but I'm not doing it. Or am I? No, I am doing it. I've changed my mind. Okay. Okay, this wasn't worth it. I'm running away, fuck it. Oh, of course, now there's Desquitos. Now we're on the run. We do want these cloudberries. Yeah, fight each other. Alright, we've got a village there. We might be able to find a totem, maybe. Cloudberries are just so good in so many ways. Yeah, the seed is a little bit unusual. I don't think there's a totem, right? Don't think there is. Do you see a swamp, though? That is really what we want. Do need to concentrate a little bit more, chat. So I might be a little bit quieter and not talk to chat quite as much when I'm in the plains. I need to make sure I focus a bit more. Oh, we got a stone circle. If we find the Yag rune this early, I guess I'm not going to bed when I needed to. Alright, swamp, let's go. It's actually really good for us to at least pass through a plains at this point. We shouldn't waste time fully checking the plains yet. But it's good to just gather the cloudberries. Because like I said, I want cloudberries really before I start exploring mountains. Because cloudberries give quite a bit of stamina for really cheap. Thanks, Sepha. I really appreciate that. Pleasure having you in the chat. And the locks beat the next boss? I don't know, to be honest. Okay. Just checking for runes on these tower structures because they can have the bone mass rune. Oh god, let's not die now, chat. This has gone so well, it'd be tragic to die now. Oh my god. Alright, we're in business anyway. Can definitely be rough in the swamp sometimes. For sure. We're not going to be able to get arrested off there. I'm dead. Maybe we can just get arrested at the doorway. We're far enough away from the blob. Maybe. Oh, yes, we can. All right. Yeah, exactly. The actual something that I would say is kind of like a top tip when it comes to resting and campfires. Actually, in a run like this, resting to heal is more of an advantage than resting for the stamina buff in a lot of situations. Not 100% of the time. Obviously, sometimes the stamina is way better, but in a situation like that where we just need health, it was so much more clutch to actually just sit there and heal. So the reason I bring this up is because sometimes you might be tempted to just get the rested buff and then just move, you know? You don't necessarily want to do that. You just sit there at the campfire and regen health, you know? Alright, we've got a spawn down. It could actually even be worth... we can try and deal with this enemy now. We've got a spawn down anyways. Alright. I am actually going to rest to skip the night just because of wraiths. It's kind of annoying. Well, I'm not actually going to do it now, to be honest. We're wasting too much time now. I guess we just start looting. Alright. Just relog to remove the poison damage. We might not have time to finish this run, by the way, guys. Just a heads up. Like, I can't stay up super late tonight because my dad's coming tomorrow. So I won't be able to stream tomorrow. But then hopefully the day after that, we'll just get back to grinding this run again. I don't know. I'm trying to think about this. Yeah, let's just focus on... No, in fact, no. We want to more try and fast loot first. In case we just find a chest full of iron. before we just clean up all the iron, I mean. We don't really need to carry torches all the time. Huh. So annoying, dude. Probably get away with using arrows with Drogas, actually. Thinking about it. Okay. Oh, it's an elite. That's not good. Pretty funny AI manipulation right here. Deep north is reachable, yeah. Of course, now he runs away like a coward. All right. Yeah, well, Mistlands is not at a fixed location, but the Deep North is. But it most likely will always be further than Mistlands for you, yeah. Basically, Ashlands is the South Pole. The Deep North is the North Pole. And Mistlands start to spawn sort of before you start to get that close to the edge, typically. Log off to remove the poison damage as well. Yeah, we do actually have a good run going right now. Okay. archer. My favorite. Oh well, GG. Typical. Oh my god, really? That's unlucky. Log off to remove that poison. Okay. Well, we're not really going to end up using the forge, are we? I think we should probably start smelting some iron. I was wanting to see if we could actually just instantly find a load of iron first. And obviously then we might have ended up finding also the bone mass location quite fast as well, for all I know. I think I'm actually going to build a chest here for once. Out of convenience, because it's really not going to really, you know, slow us down at all. By doing so. Oh no. Of course. I was just thinking, oh, it's pretty lucky we didn't encounter the abominations. Oh, we have to kill it. It's going to destroy our smelter. Come this way then. Leave my stuff be. In fact, let me even just... Alright, dude. Lead it into the plains. Yeah, we could try. Do something like that. That's interesting. Shouldn't take us too long to get rid of it. I'm not going. I don't really want to leave him just wandering around, because it's kind of what's kind of likely to happen is we like go back into the swamp. And then we just come outside and none of our ores are melted because he's been frickin' destroying our stuff. I couldn't dodge that. Could actually see how good the torch is against it, to be honest. God. Yeah, he is helping us harvest wood. We do have to wait for our coal to melt right now as well, so it's not like the worst thing ever to deal with. Couldn't quite tell if the I think it is actually pretty good for it. No! Are you kidding me? Can we counter that poison with the bolts run? I think we can. We just wait it out not instead of relogging then. Could have relogged that second time, really. Yeah, we're getting rid of it anyway. This is pretty good. The flint axe, I am certain, used to actually be able to harvest ancient trees normally anyway. And they somehow changed it at some point. Because I used to do this speedrun. But yeah, I don't think they actually do chop down trees anymore. So maybe they do fallen ones. I've not actually tried that since I noticed a change. Because I used to do this speedrun and make a long ship at one point. And all I used to do was knock trees together to knock down to get enough fine wood in the meadows at the start. And then just chop down ancient trees when we got here. And I don't think I actually used to make an axe. Pretty sure. Well, we have to kill the abomination because he will actually destroy our smelter and stuff. But in the grand scheme of things, this is nothing. Time loss wise. If you watch enough Valheim speedruns, you'll start to understand it a little bit more. Like, so much of the run is like some of this wood. This actually wasn't really that much time loss at all. Let's actually test this. Yeah, it actually does do them when they're falling down now. Pretty interesting. I wonder if that's intended or not. Hang on a second. Oh, we don't need to do this right now, actually. So, so much of the time is literally just to do with finding like boss locations and stuff, and just like kind of the RNG of getting from A to B. And what the location exactly of the boss ends up being. That in the grand scheme of things, obviously, like, We don't want to have to fight an abomination. But in this scenario, it would have been so much slower to leave the abomination alive. And then we would just carry on what we were doing and end up not having anything, any coal or any ores smelted or anything. That we hardly lost any time by killing that abomination, and that was actually a quick abomination kill as well. Yeah, I don't know when they changed it, but I mean, like, you can go. There's probably even a speedrun up of me making a long ship on my YouTube channel, and I don't think I made an axe. Maybe I did, but I don't think I did. Because I remember, like, I even went to chop down a... I just feel like I have memories of using a flint axe at some point. Chop down ancient trees, because... yeah, even when the abominations came out and I kind of speed ran getting max level root gear, I feel like... well, I know that I kind of like instantly... went to try and chop an ancient tree down. I remember thinking like, yes, I'm sure this is a thing. So it kind of makes me wonder if the reason why you can chop down felled ones is because you definitely used to be able to chop down, but you used to be able to chop the actual trees down. You know what I mean? And they've just made it so that it's too hard now, but they've forgot to make it so that you can't chop the logs. Perhaps. Like, I don't know. I don't remember 100%. It's too long ago. The last, few days of working on this speedrun is the most I've ever tried to run this category, even before Hearth and Home, so... only really done it a few times. Enough to take third place, but... yeah, it was a while ago. So we don't have full mass location yet. But yeah, what happens when you just leave abominations alive when you've just got stuff smelting outside like we do right now? Is that you just come up and it's all destroyed. You didn't do any smelting. Right, let's go back. We're full. And we now have basically the mats for the mace. I might even end up deciding against making a helmet. I don't know. What are we actually up to here? 9, so we've only got one more. Not quite night time yet, is it? Keep exploring a bit then. Should have repaired my pickaxe again, really. What's up, Dory? Thanks for stopping by the stream, dude. I hope you're doing good. Alright, we gotta find a different crypt. Oh. Well, hopefully we can make you feel a little bit less lonely for a bit. Appreciate that, dude. We all feel like that sometimes. Oh, isn't that just typical? They are alerted. It's just sometimes the way that Jurokas spawn inside inside crypts is the chest blocks them from running down the stairwell sometimes. That's what's going on there. So they are actually alerted. Oh my god. I'll need 2 wood, don't I? I tried to sleep so that we speed up the coal. And then we're going to start making some more iron. And it takes 21 coal to smelt a whole smelter. So we wait until we can put an additional piece of coal in before we move on. But then we know it's definitely going to be done. Right, and then now I'm going to explore a little bit. Nice. That withered bone is an absolute score. It's so rare to get them in that chest. So I'm kind of scouting a little bit right now to just find something else that can give us a location of bone mass. Yeah, it is a little bit of a troll, the thing with coal. Alright, that's an abomination. I don't think we're going to find anything good that way. It's like the end of the swamp to me. It'll really suck if we don't manage to at least find the bone mass rune in here. Like, you know, if we can at least just get bone mass's location and do everything that we need to do Iron Age wise in the first one we go to like this, then that was great. We end up having to explore multiple swamps. That's not so great. Yeah, it's not looking good. That's a huge rip, chat. Unless, does it go really far in this direction? I don't think so. Oh, GG. Oh, what's that? If this has the bone mass rune, it could be a savior. It probably won't, though. I don't think the ones with shacks usually do. Well. It is a relatively peaceful swamp. That's true. For a swamp, it's pretty chill. Okay, so yeah, of course we need wood. We always need wood. We're going to make a stone cutter table. Then we're going to make a grinding wheel. Then we're going to place a grinding wheel to upgrade the forge. Thanks, Wheats. I appreciate that, dude. Then we're going to make a mace. And then we're going to just leave for now. Find another swamp, hopefully. And if we end up having to export another crypt, we'll make a helmet. What's about that 7+ hours run? I don't understand the question, sorry. Thanks, Wheats. May Odin look upon us with great favor indeed. Oh. Are you asking me a question that is, how did the last run go? Because if so, it was looking to be like a sub 8 hour run, which would have been amazing, but I died at about 9.5 hours in because we actually just couldn't find Ugloth, and I died to a Deathsquito, and we found Ugloth after I died. Like, I got sent all the way back, so it was a reset, so we checked where it was, and he was pretty close, but it still would have been over 10 hours, which... But it would have been a really good run still, but I only really want to submit a run if it's less than 10 hours at this point in this category, to be honest. So it was really close to being exactly what we wanted, but it wasn't quite there. You're welcome. What are the most common run killers for this category? Basically everything. People don't really... Like, most people that run this category fail at this category. People try it and fail all the time. They you know... Getting any run off the ground is... not easy in this category at all. But for the people that actually do, no one runs it now, but for the people that actually have ran it and stuff in the past and did get some really good runs, biggest run killers, the #1 run killer of any all bosses run in any category is finding your Ugloth. It's always #1. The second biggest in this category is the mountain, and just dying a lot in the mountain. You know, it can be very hard to get a clean mountain segment. Those are probably the top two. Because just in general, like, Ugloth can be extremely hard to find, right? And then just in general, it's really hard to, like, you are... The strategy to do the mountain is to die a lot and use corpse runs and stuff, but you can end up in weird situations in the mountain where I might try and check this a little bit whilst we wait. But you can end up in situations in the mountain anyway where you just kind of like get stuck kind of and just end up in a death loop for a while. Or like a golem. Golems can just come along and just destroy your bed or destroy your portal, and then when you do die you have no respawn. So those are the top two. Yag, just finding Yag. And just a mountain. And the third is probably Desquitos. But like I said, like the real answer is everything, because people aren't really... I'm sure there's a lot more people have tried than people have uploaded videos. This is like one of those categories that just not a lot of people have figured out yet. Because it's probably the toughest category by quite a lot. Valheim is definitely a dangerous place. Oh, this could have a totem in it. I'm only doing this because we have to wait for coal. Because I didn't smelt. The copper. Submitted a troll for... submitted a run for troll percent. Nice. Was that like within the last 48 hours or something, or was it literally just now? Because I did have notifications when I logged on to speedrun.com. It's just I didn't have time to actually check it. So I was working on a video. YOLO. Alright, good. Just a few minutes ago. Nice. Well, it's been me or Archie that gets to it most likely. Archie has been submitting most of the runs lately. Sorry, not submitting. Verifying most of the runs. I've been super busy since starting the Valheim vegan challenge. Well, that's an abomination. We want to avoid that. It's really good that we got a totem there. Alright, that's enough. That is enough. What are you doing? Oh, law creature. Any giants. I want just... There's so many giants in Norse mythology. The number one thing from, like, the lore of the game that I want to see bosses based on is just giants. I want to see gigantic bosses. Gigantic ones. And not just big, you know, gigantic. Several stories. Yeah, we stole a totem, which is pretty funny. We might be able to do a sleep to skip the night. It's a little bit of a mistake on my part not instantly smelting that copper. We could try and loot some chests maybe whilst we wait, if there is any in these towers. Doesn't look like there is one there. Okay, there's no chests. We only need 2 more. We could try and get rid of Hugin before the next one comes out. All right, dude. I just have to ban that spam bot. Is there really 42 watching? Oh my god. I didn't actually know. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for watching the stream. I really appreciate it. Also remember, actually, considering we're like 2 hours and 40 minutes into the stream, I'm not sure how much longer I'll be streaming. I want to take this opportunity to remind people the ways that you can support the content financially, because it is the financial support of our community that enables me to keep making the content. The #1 best way that you can support the content is actually on Patreon. Patreon.com/NickRawcliffe. There's a link in the description to the Patreon on YouTube, or it's exclamation Patreon in the Twitch chat. It's also usually the pinned message at the top of the YouTube chat. Patreon is the #1 best way that you can support the content. It works sort of like a Twitch sub, where you can donate a certain amount of money each month, except it can be for any amount of money, even as little as $1. And how it works is, for example, if you were to subscribe at the $1 level right now, you would donate $1 to me right now. Then you'll be donating $1 a month on the 1st of every month from then onwards. So you can see subscription and you can cancel it at any time. Anyone that becomes a patron gets invited to join my private Valheim server that I pay for, that runs 24/7. And you get to play on there whenever you want. And you also get invited to play Valheim with me live on stream when we do server streams. And the next server stream should be within the next week or so. I've not set an exact date yet, but it definitely will be within the next week or so. That's the plan. So yeah, again, link in the description on YouTube. The pinned message on YouTube. Or it's exclamation Patreon in the Twitch chat. The second best way to support the content financially is actually by doing just regular donations. There's a link in the description to that as well, or it's exclamation donate in the Twitch chat. Donations are the best way to do a one-off contribution, because your money will actually go furthest. And last but not least, you can support the content by becoming a YouTube member by clicking the join button below the stream or video on YouTube. If you can't find it, there's also a link in the description to become a member. And YouTube members get access to monthly behind-the-scenes videos, as well as some emotes in the chat. So far, I've got a behind-the-scenes video explaining how I learned to speedrun just any game in general, where I use an example of a specific Resident Evil game and show you my progress learning that. There's some behind-the-scenes showing how I did some of the special effects in the Valheim vegan challenge, and there's also a vlog of me going to get fish and chips. I'm just going to do random behind-the-scenes videos for members. So that's all the ways you can support financially. Also, don't forget to join the Discord as well. Discord is the #1 Best way to make sure you don't miss any live streams or videos. There's a link in the description to the Discord, or you can do exclamation Discord in the chat. All right, so shall we actually take that 7 iron with us? We actually probably should. Oh my god, I didn't realize I was so low health and there was a guy right next to me. Thanks, I'm glad you liked the stream. Look, Quatana. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Don't forget as well to hit the like button if you're watching the video after the stream. Leave a nice comment. All that stuff really helps as well. And if you're not subbed already on YouTube, what are you even doing? I do stream on Twitch as well. If anyone that doesn't know, I stream on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. That's something else worth mentioning. So if you would rather watch on Twitch, then you can. Doesn't make a difference to me. It's totally up to you guys where you watch. Yeah, this might become tricky to balance what we're actually carrying. Okay, I think that is everything we need though, right? Alright, where to? Let's just go sail across here. What's my time goal for bone mass? Well, if I can be fighting bone mass at around the 3-hour mark, that I think is ideal. But, you know, if we find bone mass location within the next 20 minutes, we won't be too far from that necessarily. So it won't take us very long to kill him. Because we have the mace now. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it doesn't really, like, you know, if you're killing your third boss, even if it can take as long as 5 hours, you can still potentially get a good time. But obviously, I'm trying to get sub 10 hours, which is a really good time. And yesterday's wasn't a sub 10 hour. It actually would have been if it was around a 3-hour bone mass. Alright, we might get serpented here, so it's got to keep our eye out. But yeah, the run that we had was actually, you know, completely amazing. Don't get me wrong. Like, everything before finding your glove was amazing. Oh, okay, so we got serpented. So I knew that because it's dark and because it's a storm, so it's pretty likely it happens. It could be a dead run here. Let's see what happens. But anyway, yeah, obviously we got really unlucky. Your glove RNG, but that's kind of RNG where it's really, really hard to find your glove is really common, so it's probably more common than not. So it was to be expected, really. All we can really do in this situation is log out and log back in. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, from where your glove ended up being, if we did have a 3-hour bone mass though, like, yeah, it could have been sub 10 hours, which is what I'm looking for. So it's, you know, it obviously all adds up. It is mostly just about not mostly, but the biggest factor of like time difference between top runs is really just the RNG of like the location of the bosses and stuff. There is a lot of knowledge and a lot of skill involved with being able to even do a successful run in this category. But aside from that, it's like the willingness to really grind a really good time. So there's a good chance this is the end of the run. But oh no, there's still a leech here as well. When you log out, okay, you disappear from the game, and so therefore the enemy gets de-aggroed. And for the short period of time, once you're logging on and logging off, there's a little bit of RNG with the AI of like what the AI decides to do during that time that you can't see you because you're not rendered. And if that AI decides to move away from you, you can hypothetically move out of the aggro range of the boss. Of what, not the boss, sorry, the mob just in general. So like if he just decides during this little period of time where he's obviously not there all this time because the game will doesn't obviously just go on the whole time, but the time it takes to relog, if he decides to go away during that time, eventually, hopefully, the hope in this strat is that he randomly decides to move away from us enough times that he ends up really far away from us. But it's not looking good because he's right on top of us. Thanks, Blake. Good to see you in the chat again. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing good. This run was actually going pretty good, but then we didn't find our bone mass in the crypt, and then now we've been serpented, so gotta just hope. I think this is gonna be a tough one to survive, chat. But I'll try. It's a big auto. Big auto indeed. Alright, that's not too bad. He moved a little bit further away. Just want that to happen like 20 more times. Oh, it is actually also fighting a serpent right now. If that's the case, we might even be able to get sailing away and then relog. If we can, if that serpent fight lasts more than a few seconds, we might be able to get some distance right now. Is it dead already? What happened, I wonder? The serpent might still be around somewhere. Not the serpent, sorry, the leech. typically find that relogging whilst it's in the middle of that animation doesn't really do anything. Because you just, when you log back in, he just is still mid-animation. So when he does that animation, that's why I wait a little bit. This is just a dice roll every time I relog now, chat. We might die, we might not die, we just don't know. We just have to just keep doing it and just hope for the best. Nothing else we can do. Oh. Oh, we destroyed our boat. Well, it's not necessarily game over. Definitely not going to be easy. It's not necessarily game over if we destroyed our raft. Well, he is moving further away now. Yeah, it does. I actually made a video all about being able to swim forever in Valheim. I traversed an entire ocean with no boat just by swimming. There's basically at least 3 different ways that you can do it without using a cart or without using a boat. If you include the cart, there's 4. It's actually a pretty cool video. If there is a moderator in the chat, they could link to the How to Swim Forever video. That'd be cool. But yeah, even if you just search on YouTube Valheim How to Swim Forever, my video will probably be the one that comes up, I'm guessing. Just go away. Just swim away. If you remember, I looted extra leather on purpose in case we lost our leather for the raft, from the raft being destroyed. So, you know, thanks, Carl. I appreciate that. I'll paste that in the chat. That should be a link to the how to Sim Forever video for anyone that didn't see the link on Twitch. Thanks, Carl. Should put some music on whilst we do these relogs. So quiet. This run with their current strats, if it ever became really competitive with lots of speedrunners trying to do it faster and faster and the time got insane, it would just get to the point where you basically just instantly reset on the serpent. If you get one. To be honest, I actually don't know if other runners relog to avoid the serpent. They might actually just straight up reset on it. I haven't watched too many runners relog to Diagro. Not so sure if it's a strat that everyone is super aware of just how effective it can be, you know. Not sure. Probably are. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I think this run might be over, chat. It's pretty much no limit though to how many times we can just do this just to see, but definitely not looking good, is it? Part of the problem was that he was pretty close when I noticed him. You know, really want to like keep our head on a swivel whenever we're in the ocean so that we can start relogging early, basically. All right, I'm gonna call it, chat. This run is not going to be... we might not be able to ever get out of this situation. We've tried a lot of relogs. And I actually need... I can't stream super late tonight. It's like midnight midnight. Because my dad's visiting tomorrow, so... Yeah, he just showed up when a serpent showed up, unfortunately. Vin, but thanks for stopping by the stream, mate. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to call it, chat.
Sploosh.
I need to get some sleep and get up and meet with dad tomorrow. So yeah, this is like my last family thing I'm doing for the holidays tomorrow. So then the day after that, I should be back to doing content as usual. It might be a slightly shorter stream the day after tomorrow. But after that, we'll be like back to normal, doing long streams. I'll be grinding this speedrun again. And I will also make a tips and tricks video as well soon as well. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate that depression. Yeah, GG guys, GG. Alright guys, yeah, so again, just a reminder, no stream tomorrow. The day after that might be a slightly shorter stream, but it might be longer than tonight, we'll see. And then we'll be back to normal after that. It's just like family stuff for the holidays. My dad couldn't visit because he was ill during the holidays, so yeah, that's what we're going to do. If you're a member, there's 2 new member exclusive videos out. If you want to support the content, the best way you can support the content financially is actually on Patreon. And if you do that, then you get invited to a private Valheim server. It doesn't matter if you be a patron at $1 or $100. It's totally up to you. But whichever level you pledge at, then you get access to a private server. You can also do donations and super chats and become a member, and members get access to monthly exclusive videos. There's links in the description to all of this on YouTube, or it's exclamation Patreon, exclamation donate, exclamation member in the Twitch chat for a link to any of this. And don't forget to join the Discord as well. It's the #1 best way to make sure you don't miss any live streams or videos. And you can also check the links in the description on YouTube if you want to follow me on social media or something. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's speedrun. I definitely enjoyed the stream. You guys were great company as usual. Thanks a lot for Thread for the donation and for everyone that's just showed up and supported the stream. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Like, YouTube is where all my content is. And don't forget to leave a like as well on the YouTube stream. And if you're watching the VOD, the archive on the YouTube channel, don't forget to leave a like, leave a nice positive comment as well. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I really appreciate you guys showing up, and thanks so much for all the support. It's been absolutely amazing. It's so cool to have so many new people in the chat have just so quickly become regulars and stuff. So, you know, over the last few days since launching the Vegan Valheim Challenge, these have all been the most viewed streams I've ever done. So, thanks so much for everybody, and I promise that in 2022 I'm going to work even harder to bring you guys even better and even better content and even more content. with Valheim, more Valheim speedruns and challenges, and we're gonna even try and do some speedruns and challenges of Elden Ring as well to see if we can do the same thing with that game. So it's gonna be a really exciting year. So thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, I'll see you not tomorrow but the day after, some more Valheim speedruns. Night, guys. Have a good one. Bye.